Hey, how's it going, guys? TMTRE here, also known as the man that reviews everything. Today we're going to be discussing something other than Halloween Ends, because I know lately it seems like all I've been talking about is Halloween Ends. So we're going to kind of steer away from that for a bit and talk about some Spider-Man news, because lately we've been getting some updates regarding Spider-Man 4, some updates with Sony's Spider-Verse and what they got going on over there. So we're going to be talking about some of that today. Before I get into all of that, I'm going to need you guys to hit that like button and also that subscribe button if you're new here. Speaking of people being new here, I want to take a quick moment to all my new subscribers to say hello and thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. It means a lot, and I hope you guys are liking my videos. And also, feel free to leave me down your thoughts on my videos, any suggestions you might have, or any videos you might want me to do. Leave all that down in the comment section below. I'm all ears, I can take criticism as well. If you guys have anything on about my channel, just let me know. Before this is the last little thing I have, and then we can start talking about some Spider-Man. I want to give you guys an update on what I'm going to be posting this upcoming week. So Monday is going to be the start of me doing videos on Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's coming up with theory videos talking about what I would like to see, just talking about stuff like that. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a video on the Moon Knight season and just kind of reviewing that as a whole. I know I started doing that with episodes 1 and 2, but then I just figured let's wait till the season ends and then let's just talk about it as a whole and kind of share my thoughts about it. Also, on Thursday and Friday, I'm going to be seeing Doctor Strange. So on Thursday, I'm going to be doing a non-spoiler review, and then on Friday, after I see it for the second time, I'm going to be doing a spoiler review. So if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned. And then throughout the week too, I might throw in a little random videos here and there as well. So yeah. So now I'm ready to get into some Spider-Man, and I hope you guys are as well, so let's get into it. So, starting off with the small bits of news first, we got recently from Sony, which was announced at their CinemaCon panel a few days ago. They announced that they're going to be making a movie called El Muerto, starring Bad Bunny. I bet we all shared the same kind of opinion when we first heard of this, and we were all confused on to why. Why is Sony doing this? Why are they making this movie? When I saw the headline saying Bad Bunny stars in new Sony Spider-Verse whatever film, Bad Bunny didn't really catch my attention. It was the character and the movie itself that they were making, because I'm like, who is this character? To me, I don't like Bad Bunny's music, alright? It's nothing against him, it's just I'm not a fan of his music. I know my sister is, she loves his music and all that, but it's nothing against him. So I'm holding all my opinions and judgment towards his music to the side and just looking at him as an actor, because I know he is kind of acting a bit more now. He's gonna star in another Sony movie called Bullet Train starring Brad Pitt. That looks like an interesting movie, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about some Spider-Man news. But he's been doing some acting lately. I haven't seen him act, but if he is doing really good enough to give him his own solo movie, then hey, he's doing something, so that's cool for him. But the fact that they're giving him a character that nobody really knows about, a character that nobody's really asking for, kind of sucks, honestly. Like, why? There's so many other villains in Spider-Man's gallery that they can choose from and give their own solo movie instead of this guy, because this guy, I did a little bit of research on his character because I don't know who he is, and he's a luchador wrestler who wears a magical mask, who is granted powers such as like endurance, strength, speed, etc. Wow. Like, I don't know why they're making this movie. I don't know how many people are gonna be showing up to the theater to go watch this movie. Maybe those who do love the comics and know this guy from the comics, even though he wasn't in the comics that much. He only had maybe one series of comic that he was in, and that's it. So he's not like a big well-known character. So I don't know how many people are gonna be showing up to the theaters to go see this movie. I know I'm not going to be one of them. It really has to impress me with the trailer, the story, and maybe even throw in a Spider-Man in there to kind of really convince me to go see it. Other than that, I'm not convinced right now because I don't know the character. I don't. And I bet other people feel the same way I do. There's so many better characters that Sony could have chose. Instead, they chose a no-name that really nobody knows. But to move on from my little tangent of that, I want to talk about now that Sony also announced that they were moving forward with a Venom 3. Now, with the Venom franchise, I'm mixed on it because the first movie, I liked the story. I didn't like the graphics, the visual effects, and all that. It was a good change from what we got from Topher Grace to, now this. And so it was cool, I guess, but it's not high up there in my ranking. Venom 2 was a bit of a letdown for me, even though, yes, they did kind of up themselves with the visual effects and the graphics. I wasn't really feeling the movie, the storyline, really anything about the movie. Like, yeah, they brought Carnage into it. That's sick. But I wasn't a fan of Woody Harrelson, who portrayed Carnage. I wasn't a fan of his character or the way he acted, I just wasn't really feeling it. Because I feel like if you're going to bring a character like Carnage to the screen, like, make his presence known. Like, be afraid to be in the same room as him. Like, this guy is a serial killer who is crazy and will do anything. Show that, they should be showing that throughout the movie. And I, as a audience, want to be like, dude, like, this is crazy. No, I wasn't really feeling that. Like, I was kind of bored throughout the whole movie. I don't know what they're going to do with Venom 3. I know they kind of hinted toward Toxin in Venom 2, which is another Spider-Man related character. But I don't know if they're going to make him the villain, make him an ally. Who's going to be the main villain for Venom 3? And that's something that's probably going to determine whether or not I go see this one. Because I'm already kind of like meh on the whole franchise. So I'm not really sure what they can do to really make me want to go see Venom 3. Unless they added in, again, a Spider-Man into the movie. And I feel like that's what Sony needs to do nowadays, is just put Spider-Man into their movies, especially if it's like a solo villain movie. Like, I think they just need to add Spider-Man into it, and I think that is what will get audience attention and want to go see the movie. I know they're having a hard time figuring out the whole Spider-Man issue with Marvel, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire thrown in there too. They're trying to figure out who will be their Spider-Man. And I know too that the director of Morbius said that it will soon be found out who will be Sony's Spider-Man, meaning who will be the Spider-Man in their Sony-verse. So I don't know who. They might even totally get a whole new guy to come be their Sony's Spider-Man while Tom Holland's doing his Marvel stuff. And if they do that, it's going to be a whole mess, and Sony is just going to fall apart. One more thing to talk about before we get into Spider-Man 4 news. So, it was also shown at CinemaCon that the new Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie was shown a bit of footage. They also revealed that it's going to get delayed. It's going to get pushed back, I think, another year. And I understand that because of the whole animation and all that. It was also announced that they will be traveling to 6 different universes within this movie. And there will be more than 240 characters, I want to say, which is crazy. That's so crazy to hear. Because then that raises the question, how many of those characters are Spider-Man characters? Meaning either are they Spider-Men or are they Spider-Man villains? So I'm excited to see that movie. That's the only good movie that Sony has made related to Spider-Man. After the Andrew Garfield movies and Tobey Maguire movies, of course. Now, to talk about Spider-Man 4 and the updates with that. Today, it was announced that Tom Holland, Zendaya, and the director, John Watts, were all going to come back for Spider-Man 4. Tom Holland, we all knew. The director was kind of... I didn't know if he was going to come back. I didn't know if he was going to just let his trilogy sit and let somebody else come in and take over. But I'm glad now to find out he's going to come back and make a whole new trilogy. Because I really like what he did with the whole Homecoming trilogy and all that. I thought he did a really good job. I'm kind of surprised to find out that they're bringing Zendaya back, because the way I would want it is to leave her and Ned out of the next movie, because let Peter go to college, let Peter live on his own, meet new people, and become the true Spider-Man he is supposed to be without trying to gain the memory back of MJ or Ned. Just let them live their life for one movie. And then in the 5th one, okay, yeah, bring them back. But in the 4th one, they could have done like a Gwen Stacy storyline where Peter goes to college and he takes Dr. Connor's class and meets Gwen Stacy, sort of what like Sam Raimi did in Spider-Man 3. But still, let him just venture out on his own without Zendaya and Ned. Let them just be on their own for one movie and then bring him in. So that's the way I would want it. But okay, I'm glad that they're all coming back. That's cool. Well, it hasn't been said that Ned's coming back yet, just these main three so far. But also, it was announced too that John Watts, he was supposed to direct the Fantastic Four movie as well. Yesterday, it was announced that he actually stepped down from it, saying he wanted to take a break from superhero movies after he made No Way Home. Which also kind of makes me wonder, when are they going to make Spider-Man 4? When do they plan on releasing Spider-Man 4? Anytime within the next 5 years? Because if he said he wants to kind of take a break from making superhero movies, which is why he stepped away from Fantastic Four, when will he make Spider-Man 4? It's funny that he's still doing a Spider-Man 4 and not Fantastic Four. I think that's just kind of funny. But when will we get Spider-Man 4? I think that's a question all of us Spider-Man fans are asking for. While in the meantime, we're getting Sony like making their movies that's not that great. And so I'd rather just stick with Spider-Man instead of making Sony make more garbage movies, you know. Well, some of them have been garbage, not all of them. Let's see what they do with Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web. Those I don't know. When will they do it? That's the question I have. But that's just all the Spider-Man news I have for you guys today. What did you guys think on some of Sony's plans or upcoming movies that they're going to be making? What do you guys think about them? Are you guys excited? Do you guys care for them at all? Or even about Spider-Man 4? How do you feel about Zendaya coming back? You know, do you guys feel the same way as I do? Or do you guys feel different? Are you guys happy she's coming back? Just leave me down all your thoughts in the comment section below. And I can't wait to read them and look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. So thank you guys again for watching and subscribing and also hitting that like button if you did. So I appreciate it, and I hope you guys all have a good day today. Stay safe, spread the love. My name's TMTRE, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.